Hello everyone, today we will be discussing the Think Fast Direct Impact challenges because there is indeed a way to get them done easily. They are not as reliant on luck as they may appear. You need 10 of each, which sounds kinda scary, like that might take a long time if you rely only on luck. It will happen eventually, like right here. What happened there? I wasn't trying to get a direct impact flash kill, but I'll take it. And with stun grenades, which I use a lot more, on 5 separate occasions I got direct impact kills with nothing but luck. But you're not here watching this video to hear me tell you to get lucky, you're here for a guide, so let us come up with a strategy, and that begins with knowing how much damage a direct impact deals. If you've never learned otherwise, you might just assume that a direct impact deals 1 damage or something, which is a reasonable thought, but actually, the flashbang and frag grenade direct impact deals 15 damage, and the stun grenade deals 40 damage. You heard that right, 40 damage. Those numbers seem kinda weird, like maybe the flash and stun should be 15 and the frag should be 40 if they're that high at all, but apparently not. That is a very high number for getting hit by a stun grenade. Apparently it is more lethal than a lot of the guns in this game, but I won't complain because that number makes the Think Fast Stun challenge extremely easy. Not only are you much more likely to get one of those by luck, like how I got 5 of them, combined with how quickly you can throw a stun grenade compared to the others, but, and maybe you've already realized this, 40 damage means it will one-hit kill everyone in hardcore no matter what. Even a Juggernaut user in hardcore has about 40 health. Because you have 30 health regularly and Juggernaut reduces the damage by 0.75, that is pretty hilarious to think about. Before Modern Warfare 2 brought the throwing knife, there was the stun grenade, which can OHKO everybody in hardcore. So, if you want to knock this challenge out quickly, hop into hardcore with special grenade times 3 and throw stun grenades at everybody you see. Or if you don't want to die as much, you can hold on to your stun grenades until you find somebody camping, which happens quite a lot in hardcore. That's going to be the not as frustrating way to get it done. You only need a total of 10, so it won't take that long. Either way, it will be easy. I got into this game halfway through and got 3, and I really feel like that wasn't a special thing. Got into another game, immediately got this one, and then this guy. What are you doing, sitting in the back of the map with the best gun in the game in hardcore? Why? Just why? Well, that's what I'm talking about when I say there's a lot of camping in hardcore, not hard to find an easy target. Well, look at that. Turns out Think Fast Stun is nowhere near as difficult as it appeared. But that really doesn't help us with the other two. These take longer to throw and only deal 15 damage. Well, there is no magic way to get these ones done, but there are many ways you can go about these challenges so that you no longer have to worry about them holding up your progress on the road to 100%. One way being, you can still try hardcore with special times 3, this time you really need that perk for it to work. It won't be nearly as good, but if you hit someone who's lying down camping with a flash grenade, they might be under half health because there is no health regen, but probably not. So they're gonna think, what was that, and get up and move around, and then you're probably both gonna get flashed, and maybe you'll be able to line up another grenade on them for the kill. It is definitely possible. If you find someone like that guy who cornered himself in the back of the map, I bet it would work. Or if you do it perfectly so that the first flashbang hits him and flashes him, but not you because you go around a corner, you might have a very good chance at hitting the second flashbang to kill. You could give that a go. That strategy doesn't go as well if you use the frag times 3 to throw 2 frag grenades because, well, they don't have the added benefit of flashing. It's just going to explode and ruin everything if you don't throw the next one quickly enough. But remember, you could still throw the flashbang first to get the first 15 damage, then let him get flashed and follow up with a frag grenade for the kill. It really doesn't matter how you get that initial 15 to 29 damage. If we're looking at other ways to get that done, unfortunately no weapon in the game will deal less than 30 damage at close range. Your best bet would be a suppressed scorpion and backing up a little so that you can hit that minimum 20 damage range and shoot them one time before throwing the grenade. This is also assuming now that the person doesn't have Juggernaut, because if they do, then all this gets thrown off. The thing is though, if we're trying to injure somebody with a gun and then throw the grenade to finish them off, why do we need to be in hardcore mode? And, well, aside from there being more campers, we don't. So here's another way you can try to complete the challenge. Do the same thing, except in core mode we're aiming not for 15 to 29 damage, we'll be trying to deal 85 to 99 damage, and the best way to do that, I think, is with a stopping power sniper rifle, which will deal 98 damage if you shoot them in the legs or below so that you can be sure you miss all the body multiplier regions. Then they will definitely die to 1 grenade throw. If you have special times 3, or if you're going for the direct fragged impact challenge, you could throw a flash not to hit them, but just to blind them. I'm kind of assuming your target is somebody camping that you crept up behind, so a flash might give you the time you need to shoot them once in the leg and follow up with another grenade. A lot of people just go prone and don't move when they get flashed. Again though, if you see that Juggernaut symbol pop up, bad luck, not going to work. In that case, after a stopping power sniper rifle to the leg, the next best way to lower health to where you need it would be any gun that deals 30 damage at close range. There's a list right there. And make sure you are not using stopping power. That way you can shoot them 3 times if they do not have Juggernaut, and they'll have 10 health left. If it turns out they do have Juggernaut, because it pops up, you can see that, you can adapt and shoot them 1 more time, and then they will be killed by a grenade impact, because imagining a Juggernaut user has around 133 health and you deal that 120 damage, you'll be good to hit them with a grenade after that. I said a weapon that deals 30 damage at close range because, again, I'm imagining that you have snuck up on somebody camping. If you're running around trying to complete this challenge on everybody you see, then after the sniper rifle to the leg idea, maybe the saw would be your best bet because it deals a flat 30 damage at every range. Unless you get a headshot, then you're screwed. But I really don't recommend completing the challenge that way. I don't know why you would need to rush it that hard. If you do it like that, you're gonna die a lot. I'm doing my best to come up with strategies to make this challenge easier, but you have to keep in mind, except for the stun grenade part, that's a fun challenge, none of this is going to be easy. There will be a lot of failure, and if you're just running around with the saw focusing hard on this challenge, you will die a lot and you're bound to get frustrated. I think it's a much better plan to just continue enjoying and playing the game normally, but keep in the back of your mind the plan you have if you come across a camper. You might not have the ideal stopping power sniper or non-stopping power 30 damage weapon on you all the time, I get that. So it'll come down to how well you know your weapon stats, and you can try to do a quick addition game in your head to deal the right amount of damage to soften them up. If you use one type of weapon all the time, might be a good idea to run some calculations with it to form your plan in case you find a good opportunity. Calculate it with or without stopping power, depending on if you're using it, also with or without a headshot, and you can almost always get it to add up the way you need it to. For example, if you use stopping power on every class, and you have a Desert Eagle on your class, guess what? A Desert Eagle up close will deal 50 damage, times 1.4 for stopping power, times 1.4 for the headshot. That's 98 damage, so that would be a great way to soften them up. A very good secondary to have. I used a permanent unlock on the Desert Eagle because while I don't mind using all the pistols right now going for camos, I know that as I go through the 20 prestiges, I'm going to want the Deagle on a lot of classes, so I might as well unlock it now. Another thing I'll mention, if you agree with me in that you're going to passively complete this challenge over a long time when the opportunity presents itself, remember to keep an eye out for the perfect opportunity. Much better than a camper is an AFK person. You're bound to come across them over time, and they will be the perfect target to line up whatever you want. You can take your time getting exactly the right amount of damage with that 30 damage weapon, or the SP sniper rifle, or the SP Deagle headshot, whatever you have on you, and finish them off with a grenade of your choice. Let's put all this into practice, shall we? Aha! An AFK player! I have on me 1 flash, 1 frag, an RPD, and an M9, both meaning 40 damage up close, but I do have stopping power. Should I A. Get up close and use either weapon to get a headshot, dealing 78.4 damage, then hit him with both of my grenades, 15 damage each, in whichever order, depending on which challenge I want the credit for. B. Back up far enough so that the M9 damage hopefully drops down to 20 or 28 because of stopping power, shoot 3 times in the body to deal about 84 damage, then hit him with the frag and quickly follow up with the flashbang for the kill. Or C. Attempt to do B but reverse the order of the grenades, end up blinding yourself and therefore royally fuck it up. If you chose A, I agree, that would give you the highest chance of success. If you chose B, that could work too, but you have to be careful how far you back up for the damage to drop off just right, and how accurately you throw your grenades. If you chose C, you're not alone, because I also enjoy fucking things up. But if that happens to you and you've wasted your golden opportunity with an AFK player, remember that they will respawn in 5 seconds because they may still be AFK. If you have a UAV up, check them out for a dot that isn't moving, and I happen to know the crash spawns pretty well, so I figured he might respawn under the staircase in the back corner building. Thing is, I didn't have any perks that give me triple grenades, so before getting over there, I needed to die and respawn. Since I'm respawning anyway, should I A. Change to a class that has better weapons, like a stopping power Desert Eagle or sniper rifle, of which I have many, or B. Keep the crappy LMG class that limits my run speed and gives me no good options for whittling down the enemy's health? Well, it looks like a pretty good option, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to go with B. I made my way back over there. Thankfully the UAV ran out so my teammate turned right. Now quickly, let's decide. Should I A. Go for the single headshot, B. Back up with the M9, or C. Forget that you have fucking stopping power and shoot him twice with the RPD at close range, intending to deal 80 damage but actually dealing 112. Well, A is a great option again. B wouldn't really work this time because the room isn't big enough. But guess which one I chose? Yeah, great job, dude. You get the point though, hopefully you can learn from my failures. This was the game where I was forming the strategy for the first time. After that, I made some better classes to switch to if I encounter an AFK person. Something like this, Extreme Conditioning, Flash or Frag times 3, and I could have done the Stopping Power Deagle, but since I'm dedicating an entire class to it, might as well go with a 30 damage weapon in case they have Juggernaut. That makes adapting easier, and I like the G36 because it has the slowest fire rate of the 30 damage weapons, and I wouldn't want to accidentally shoot twice. And by the way, I found that AFK guy one more time in that game. I noticed the dot not moving in the garage, and it was indeed him. I went with the option B, M9 at a distance, because teammates were coming, I didn't have much time. 1, 2, 3, and this time my crosshair was better lined up to throw both grenades, even if I do flash myself. So that is what I did, and I finally got 1 for the challenge. One thing I will mention here at the end to perhaps answer a couple of potential comments: do not think that finding an enemy using Last Stand is going to help you. Yes, in Last Stand you only have 1 or 2 health, so a grenade will definitely finish them off, but you don't get credit for doing that. It doesn't matter if you were the one to put them into Last Stand or not. If it was somebody else, then they'll get the kill credit and you get an assist for finishing them. If you did it, then you get the kill, but it counted as whatever you used to put them into Last Stand. As you can see right there, not a direct impact. That's why you can never get a headshot onto a Last Stand person, because if you got a headshot originally, Last Stand wouldn't even activate. I guess I could also cover that there is one other direct impact challenge that I haven't even mentioned. It is for the rifle-mounted grenade launcher. Haven't even bothered talking about it because a direct impact from that thing deals 135 damage, so no worries about needing to go to hardcore. It is meant to one-shot kill anyone, even if they have Juggernaut, that's why it's 135. If you want to get that done quick, just use the grenade launcher on any campers you find over time, or just use it on shipment. Not only will you get tons of explosion kills, you're bound to run into close-range engagements as well, where you can try to get the direct impact kill. Not anywhere near as demanding as the other direct impact challenges. Anyway, to recap, the stun grenade is super easy in hardcore because they deal 40 damage, and the flashes and frags take some patience. You can try to get it done on campers, or just keep that strategy in mind for when you come across an AFK person. If you're really determined to be done with a challenge, you could run around sniping people in the legs and shooting people 3 times with the saw, but you're gonna die a lot and have a bad time doing that, so I recommend the former method. Thanks for watching this Think Fast guide. Hope you learned something or had some fun, or maybe even both. I will catch you next time.